Welcome to the Create with Katrina Julia show by Fit Life Creation, where we talk all the things on wellness, faith, marketing, business, and travel to create a life and business you love. I've been there, friend. I've walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and bondage to freedom, along with transformation in every area of my life. I'm right here with you, walking along on my own path to creating. So tune in so that you learn how to create a life and business you love, hands-on. Let's create it. Welcome to part 3 of 75 plus tools and resources to create a life and business you love. And in part 3, we are discussing money matters. My money mindset, intention, and actions have radically transformed over the past 7+ years as well. For years, I consistently helped 7+ industries generate 6 to 8 figures consistently, both in creating opportunities as well as finding fraud, waste, and abuse and adding it to the bottom line. At the same time, personally, I have experienced and seen and walked through scarcity, poverty, entitlement, greed, debt, materialism in my own wealth experiences on my path to financial freedom. Disclaimer, I am not financially free yet, and I am also walking through building my savings on 3 to 6 months and also stable and growing cash flow and financial freedom from debt. My transformation with money matters and freedom in all forms continues to evolve. I continue to transform pain to purpose and invest time and energy exponentially in shifting this in every area of life. I am right here with you walking through money matters. And before I go into the tools, one of the things I want to share, fundamentally, I have come to realize how much our external realities with wealth, with our time, with how we live and how we speak also have so much to do with our identity, our worth, and where we give our attention to. Like, one of the questions I like to ask people, and it really has them think, is what or who is your God? So, for example, when I talk about faith and I talk about my belief in our Creator, which you can definitely tune in to other series earlier this year and previously, like Warrior Woman and different things. But so many times people will say to me like, oh, I don't believe in God. And I'm like, okay, great. You have the freedom to do that. But at the same time, when I ask them what or who is their God, like what? And what I've come to realize and seen that so many times somebody's job is their God. Somebody's client is their God. Somebody's bank account is their God, because that is what consumes your time, your mental capacity, and your energy, and you don't have that freedom. And when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself, because when I started feeling prompted to ask these questions, it was because I identified them in myself. Even though I said that I believed in God or that I believed in freedom, I started to peel away the layers that were holding me captive or in bondage. So let's get to the tools. Mint. Mint is an incredible app that on a practical level will really help you experience a fresh way to manage money. I've used Mint since 2010. I love to see how they've evolved. And I can tell you personally, from awareness and action, the first 3 to 6 months that I used Mint, I reduced my spending by over $1,000. Just recognizing the fraud, waste, and abuse in my own life. And even now, 10+ years later, I constantly evaluate and challenge myself on things. Like recently, I decided, which some of you are going to think I'm totally crazy, which I don't care. I decided to pause my Amazon Prime membership. Because number one, I recognize how it was drawing me into unnecessary spending. Because keep in mind, for the last like year and a half, 2 years before coming back to Atlanta in May, I didn't have Amazon Prime all around the world. And I walked or cut spending or went to shops or whatever the case was. Two, with Amazon Prime, I recognized, especially in November mostly, like a week when I was sick, and December when I was feeling down, how I went to streaming sometimes to numb myself, which I don't like that. Like, even though I picked movies like Hallmark or different things that's better than other alternatives, but I still did not like that choice or that access to that choice. And it's $15. And if I multiply that times 10, that's 150. Then 2 more months, 165, 180 that's saved, and that's a plane ticket. Just saying, or more. So anyway, so Mint, QuickBooks, where you can run your whole business from inventory to invoices to projects and people. I've used QuickBooks in different ways since '06 and also helped transition clients out of QuickBooks. If you didn't know, I'm also a certified public accountant, and that's part of my background on shifting from corporate to calling. And of course, I still integrate it and use it. And I've avidly also increased submitting to do not only continuing professional education, but to create more via different CP outlets. And if you didn't know, I used to teach and publish avidly with the American Institute of CPAs from about 2011 to 2018. And mutually decided to step away from, they were focusing more on in person and not really remote, and they were condensing things to really audit, accounting, and tax, and I wanted to be more creative and free. But I found some other outlets now like LumiQ, like Earmark CP, and others for my fellow CPAs. And of course, I use it all the time in life and in business. Life plan, fund, and grow your business. You can easily write a business plan, secure funding, get insights to help you reach your goals. Their financial pro formas and estimates and pitch decks that you can create on Life Plan is incredible. I've used them with my own businesses and others since 2006. And I've also written how to build a boss brand series to help business owners on their platform. You can find that in the link in the show notes. And from using it in my own business to others, some of the results have included getting other businesses funding for like $12+ million. Plus, it's helped me focus massively as well as align my goals to ClickUp, which is a project management tool I'll talk about in an upcoming series, and dashboards and different things. TD Ameritrade. You can set up automatic deposits, learn about stocks for free, and invest in companies. I've used them since more or less 2005 and have a reoccurring deposit going to them as well. Acorns, you can invest, grow, earn, spend automatically week by week, and also select roundups to hold dollars from your spending to really create a habit of savings. Financial Peace University. It's step by step with Dave Ramsey and Ramsey Solutions on financial peace to put money back in your pocket. From starting with baby step one to saving $1,000 in your starter emergency fund, to paying off debt, to 3 to 6 months savings, to building a defense in your financial plan, to later living and giving like no one else and leaving your legacy. I've used, applied, been in the courses, coordinated classes with 2011, and it helps so much with focus and accountability. Clever Girl Finance. I discovered Clever Girl Finance at the end of 2022 and really, really relate to the founder Bola and her team. And it's a women community empowering women to ditch debt, save money, and build real wealth. 30+ free courses, best-selling books, and lives weekly with so much value. And I've already completed over 4 courses, and I'm also avidly applying the challenges now and seeing radical growth and transformation and focus as well. Northwestern Mutual. One of my goals for 2022 and 2023 was to get back to working consistently with a financial planner like I used to have in Houston back in the day. And one of the intentions and focus was also that I was going to have a financial planner that feels like a friend and really aligns in just spiritually, energy, vibes, really, really feels like a friend that I'm happen to be meeting with and coordinating with to get to financial wellness. So I actually met Olivia through ATL Girl Gang that I discovered on Instagram pre-pandemic. And we met initially at Eat Flower Child and just had such a great conversation that really felt like we'd known each other for years. And she's a financial planner alongside Northwestern Mutual. And we already went through a second meeting. Then we're going through our third meeting and really focusing first on some next components on my defense plan to make sure that I have disability insurance. That was the only insurance left that I didn't have. And then going into a roadmap and a plan to really set, align to the goals that I've already created, the progress I've made, and really set a timetable and a direction that aligns with my values and vision and freedom. So super excited about that. We just met yesterday at True Foods Kitchen, and it was amazing, just the ground we covered in about an hour to 2 hours as well. So keep in mind, financial planning doesn't have to look how you think it looks, how it used to look for you, and you get to choose who you invite into that circle. And that also reminded me when I was reading Ariane Simone's book over and over last year that, okay, Katrina, you get to expand your financial team. TurboTax, America's #1 tax software. I've used them since about more or less 2000 for my taxes and continue to use them. Tax ID and a link that you can access directly to set up your tax ID for free directly with the IRS. So some CPAs, some businesses will not like me telling you this because they like to charge for it, even though it literally takes like a minute or two. Like you put in your information, hit submit, the IRS gives you, your tax ID number, bada bing, bada boom, or however you say it. Then, if you want to dive into my aspects and programs with Make and Manage Money Like a Boss, my blog and show series, where I dive in my 6-pack of wealth. So, when I did my first fitness show back in 2014, and I had, my 6-pack still, it's still there. But obviously, it's even more there when I'm doing a show and just shredding body fat and the water manipulation and whatnot. One of the divine downloads I received was the 6-pack of wealth. And, just taking in spiritual aspects, taking in practical aspects, things that I've been influenced by, etc. And the 6-pack of wealth is create, give, save, invest, leverage, and spend. So you can dive in deeper on that. And also my Moneymaker course, it's 5 steps with an overview, the mindset, the 6-pack, creation, and tips and tools. And that is also at fitlifecreation.com/freebies. And if you join my monthly programs via Subkit, which you will hear about after this, I always shift the theme every single month, everything from Jumpstart Transformation to Moneymaker to smart social media, to where you're constantly learning with a monthly focus on creating and scaling what you love with freedom. And then I also update the 75 plus tools exclusively on an ongoing monthly basis in that monthly mastermind, because this series and this blog and show series gets updated annually at a minimum, but in that monthly, you get access to all the new tools, all the new communities, everything that I'm learning as I go, as I'm creating and scaling what I love with freedom as well. So I would love it if you leave a review for the show and drop your IG handle and or your website, and I will shout you out on an upcoming episode. And tag me on social on what you're learning, on how you are choosing to create it. And I will reshare at Katrina Julia Fit, at Fit Life Creation, at Limitless Global Girl. You don't have to tag all 3, but if you want to, great. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to. If you are looking for an incredible program on a monthly basis that combines everything you need to create and scale a life and business you love, you are going to love what I created with Subkit on a monthly basis. But first, if you're tuning in for the first time, I want you to know a little bit more about me. And you can find the link in the show notes as well. on SubKit and everything you want to know. So first, I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur, athlete, traveler, creator, and CEO who has transformed every area of life from the inside out since 2010 and continues to, shifting from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, pain to purpose, lies to love, and bondage to freedom. I've worked with 15,000 plus entrepreneurs online and live, traveled the world full-time 2020 through 2022, worked with brands like NBC, Airbnb, WeWork, Victoria's Secret, and aim to help over 1 million mission-based brands and entrepreneurs create and scale what they love with freedom. What does that mean? Imagine you having a clear roadmap and creating and scaling step by step to progress in your life with freedom, with wellness, with marketing, with business, with travel. Everything I walk through, everything that I share, everything that I've leveraged or make money from, I help you create it too. So it all matters, whether it's rising to be and doing one more thing on the hard days or working on projects like NBC Apprentice or Airbnb. It's all big and adds up. So I want to encourage you to hashtag create it now. And what does the program with SubKit look like? First, when you click the link in the show notes, Create It Like a Boss, you will see on the second link the monthly Create It. And one of the betas that I'm running right now is an intro deal on $44 a month, which is basically less than a smoothie bowl or a trip to Starbucks per month. And you will get to create it with exclusive access and discounts, updates on the 75 plus tools every single month. That means all the tools that I'm testing, whether it's something like SubKit or the new tools that I'm 10xing my social media automatically across platforms, new creations that I'm beta testing and I want your feedback, an exclusive newsletter for you getting started, and updates to the 7-day online challenge that covers wellness, wealth, business, and travel. If you want a plus experience, you get all of that, plus the Create It Summit quarter, every single quarter, that includes over 50 plus courses to take an even deeper dive, plus a vision workshop to really align to your goals from the inside out, updated every single quarter, and a group session with me on a specific theme, from jumpstart to transformation to unleashing inspiration to money matters to smart social media to crazy confidence. So a brand new theme every single month, and you get access to all the replays. Then if you want a VIP experience, you can get all the above, plus guaranteed features, lives, and co-launches, one per quarter, and one-on-one sessions that I will do with my VIPs every single month. At the bottom of that page on the Create It Monthly, you will see incredible content as well, like the SubKit feature on Get to Know Me, my faith series, freebies, how to find over $500,000 daily in opportunities, global retreats, insights into my almost 2 years of full-time travel, 7 steps to build a presence online, and the Lifestyle Brand Like a Boss course coming in June, and a lot more. So can't wait to see you on the inside, and let's create it. All the chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel, so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.